Stephen, commiserations. A pretty strong fight in the first half in particular. What did you make of today?
Yeah, I thought we fought and scrapped really well in that first half. GWS they're a good team. They're in good form. We knew they'd be up for a contest and they'd be really damaging. I thought, we hung in there for a half. Our contest, our pressure was really good. We were able to probably keep the ball in our front half, and so the start was really pleasing.
Where do you think it particularly got away from you in that second?
Oh, look, I think when you look back at the game and you watch it, and then you backed up with a bit of evidence through some stats, and it's just our connections with the footy going in our front half. We had enough opportunities, enough looks, but the quality and connection going in there, we weren't able to punish GWS when we had our opportunity, and then that fueled their turnover game and made it really hard for us to defend. So, all credit to them. They've got a really good back seven. Their pressure on the ball is fantastic, but I thought we had opportunities where we could have capitalised, and would that have changed the result of the game? I'm not sure, but it would have allowed us to, hang in there a bit longer and get some rewards for effort. And that just made the game really difficult to play on turnover, and they were really good in that area.
Took Miller playing away from the midfield group like this week. No centre bounce, possibly no clearances. Is that a role change with the previous group obviously having clicked in his absence, or is this just working back from injury?
Yeah, a little just working back from injury too. He was in there at the start. He went to half forward for a little bit, played on the wing. Obviously, he's come back from that meniscus injury, and we've just got some depth there and some guys we're really keen to have a look at. Took's got really good flexibility. He can play inside and outside and be creative for us. So when the game was slipping away a little bit, we wanted to have a look at a couple of other players and give some time to Sammy Flanders and Bailey Humphrey. And we know Took's a team first player, and he's happy to play multiple positions for us as a club. So in no way, shape or form was that an indication of Took or his performance. It's just us trying to get a little bit of a spark and a win somewhere else. And we thought his creativity in the front half might have been good for us.
Jared, of course, had another big game in the ruck, but it seemed like you were struggling to get the ball out of that clearance setup. Is that something you guys are sort of working towards, or is there something that the Giants did to sort of help you with that?
Yeah, certainly going into the game, Witsy knew he'd have a big contest on his hands, and that played out probably the way we thought. So, really good battle. Unfortunately, I think we'd have lifted as the game went on. We're just unable to probably, as you say, capitalise that. Especially centre bounce, they got a bit of territory from there at times, and that's an ongoing work on for us. Is just getting all the boys on the same page and being able to stay connected inside at stoppage, and that's not just on Jared, that's on us as a collective, as a midfield group, to make sure we get maximum output from the stoppages that we win and are able to be a bit more damaging.
The second half, it seemed like you guys had limited the field a bit, but the Giants were able to stretch out wide. How hard is it to play against a team that sort of looks a bit more horizontal than straight up and down?
Yeah, it's a big ground here, and we knew that. They were able to probably... They own the ball a bit too much for our liking, and when you do that, you're able to... As I say, if you don't connect going inside 50, then you have to turn around and start chasing tail a little bit, and that becomes hard work. So, they made the ground really big and created some overlap, which makes it difficult. But I will say is I thought our backs stood up really well. Sam Collins was unbelievable, I thought. I think it was 10 intercept marks. He was massive for us. And I really like Mac Andrews' game as well. He took a couple of really big steps forward today as a player. And I think sometimes when you don't get the result in this Cape, you tend to gloss over some outstanding individual performance, and I thought Mac just took a really big step today as an AFL player, which is great.
So, a couple of weeks into the senior coaching gig, what have you found is different to what you thought it was going to be when you stepped into the chair?
Oh, look, everyone always says you can't prepare for it until you're in it. I'm still obviously learning that myself. It's been a big couple of weeks for me, but I've got a great staff behind me that have everyone's sort of stepped up and picked up the slack a little bit. I guess for me, it's probably people want to speak to you a little bit more. Your time's a bit more valuable to players, to staff. Things that come across your desk that you probably have to tick off or make calls on, whereas as an assistant, you just sort of offer your thoughts and sit back and wait on the outcome a little bit. So there's a bit more responsibility there, obviously, and I think you as a coach get to set the mood for the week. In every meeting that you're in, you play a big part in in people's mindsets and how the club attack a week. So I've really enjoyed that. It's a great experience, and even today not getting the result we wanted, it's good just to be in the game and see how I respond as a coach as well personally after a disappointing performance.
So that you're still in the finals race. They're really heading towards the end of the year. Are there elements of that connection you're going to play around with different guys in that outside mid group or up forward?
Yeah, look, I think we've got obviously different options. Our VFL team have been really solid. They had another really good win today. So I guess when you don't get the performance you want, you obviously have to be really honest with your judgment on players as individuals, but also the team, and you have to hold everyone to an account for how they perform both individually and collectively. But I think although we're still mathematically a chance, and we've got another big game in 6 days. We've got a Q clash against Brisbane, who are in really good form, and I think it's just really important as a club we take away the learnings and the lessons from today's game and how we can look forward and then just get better in that continual process of just improving each week. So that'll be another really good challenge, but an exciting one. So I guess my role as a coach is to make sure that we learn from the game, but we handle this experience the right way and get a real positive out of it.
That the message to the boys when talking finals, to just focus on each week in hand as opposed to thinking big picture making the eight?
Yeah, I think so. I think for us, we got an opportunity to play a team ahead of us on the ladder today, and that was an amazing opportunity, and we didn't grasp it. So that doesn't change next week. We've still got a hell of a lot to play for, but I think we keep our eyes low and we just look at the next challenge ahead. So, for us, our playing group really want to strive to be better and as a footy club, take opportunities when they present. And unfortunately on the road, we weren't able to do that today, but we get a home game next week, one we'll be looking forward to get back on the coast.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Very much.